Also new tonight here on The Current, voter turnout among college students was historically very low throughout the 2010s. However, that has changed in recent years. In 2020, researchers found the national student voting rate was 66%, up from 15 to 20% in 2008 and 2012. So this year, what was the atmosphere like locally on our campuses? For that, we turn to Negen, a senior at St. Ambrose University in Davenport. Thanks for being here, Cole.
Yeah, super excited. Thanks for having me.
Why don't you start off by telling people who you report for on campus?
Yeah, so yesterday I did most of my coverage for The Buzz, which is the student newspaper / newsletter on campus. I do some stuff for SAU TV as well and some KALA stuff, but yesterday I was just strictly for The Buzz. We did have a lot of different coverage across all mediums, which I mean we'll talk about in a little bit, but all of my stuff primarily focused on print stories and The Buzz.
And we should let people know that you're also really into sports. You're also a sports journalist
yes,
as well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, I am. I might be returning here to WQAD. We never know, but I mean, I don't want to, jump the gun on that. But
well, let's turn back to politics now. What did your election coverage look like last night and the days leading up to it?
Yeah, so first of all, leading up to it, I wanted to make sure that I got a idea of what the numbers looked like for the 18 to 29 vote, the Gen Z vote otherwise, as well as the college-educated vote. And that's where a lot of where I wanted to focus my coverage at. And I'm still working on the story. I'm still waiting for those numbers to come out. But I wanted to get a sense of, what was the turnout for students like? And so I was pretty much around the polls the entire day, talking to students, seeing what was on their mind. And I gotta say, it's tough to outdo the turnout for the 2020 election because it was so good. But I gotta say, it was very encouraging from a student turnout standpoint, at least on campus at the Rogalski Center.
So what did you hear from student voters yesterday?
Well, the big one is definitely abortion. I mean, that's kind of no surprise leading into this. I had a lot of women, obviously, that was number one on their mind. Also, what we saw, as a Catholic-based institution, we saw a lot of pro-life students as well who were also concerned about that. So kind of both sides of the issue there was really the big one on campus, as well as, the economy, the state of democracy we saw a lot of as well. But I would say abortion, definitely the big one right now, with especially on St. Ambrose and amongst younger people.
It's interesting, too, that was one of the top things you heard on both sides of the aisle there. But
yes, yeah.
I wanted to ask you, I was a freshman in college in 2016, and I vividly remember the mood on campus on the Wednesday after election night. So tell me, in 2024, what's the mood like on campus today?
Boy, it was weird. I woke up this morning, walking around campus. The atmosphere was just something else. I had never really experienced something like it before. It was like just this really still, eerie feeling. I mean, not to be hyperbolic or anything, but I mean, it was like, like the state of the country just changed and massively shifted, which, I mean, it absolutely did.
I think it's especially interesting when you're on a college campus. A lot of people are voting for the very first time for president, and it almost makes the results, no matter who wins, just feel more real.
Oh, yes, no, absolutely. You're always going to remember your first time doing anything, especially your first time voting. I mean, you're only going to do it a handful of times in your life. So, and especially, college in general is just such a memorable part of anyone's life. So, these results are going to stick in anyone's mind. And, the results, having a shift back to a president who had already served a term, then getting voted out of office, and now he's returning. It's really historic election as well. So, no, incredibly memorable.
And Cole, thank you for your coverage and for coming on today on The Current. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.